It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation,
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like
forward.
a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex
Corrupt
and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
My name is Stuart. I live in Masizini, house number 7541, Olomisa Street. I'm a victim of fire.
My name is Yonela Kaka. I live in Imezamoye too. I'm the co-founder of the Black T-Shirts team and I'm 24 years old.
My name is Welcome Doda. I'm 77 years old. I live here in Mandela Park.
I'm Boyindude. I lived in IY for 14 years and my house burnt down, so I've lost everything.
Hi, my name is Nandipa Breakfast. I live here in Imezamoye too. We lost our house and our house burned down and we lost everything.
I'm Miriam daughter. I'm here 17 years, stay here in IY. I'm helping the people at the clinic because it's sitting the long time there, and then I help him to feeding the food there.
Hello, I am Nadia Nangamsoboy. I'm 24 years old. I'm a co-founder of the Black T-Shirts team. I haven't lost everything in the fire, but we've been working as the fire relief since the fire.
It was a Friday night, coming from school, coming to see my family, and then it was during the night. I was already in bed.
It was about 11:15. I heard my neighbors shouting, "Kuyacha, kuyacha."
People saying, please help. There's fire at Donzeyake, which is on the other side.
I was sleeping. My brother's friend come and wake me up. He started calling me, Stuart, Stuart. Me, I didn't hear. Then my wife wake me up. Say there is fire at Donzeyake.
And so I got up and I checked, okay, it's still far from my family, but then I still have friends and the people that I go to the church with.
When we go there, we see there is a big fire. We tried to help those fire brigade to stop the fire, but the fire was too big.
And the first thing that came to my mind is to run up, because I've got kids. I have an organization called Sisterhood. It's a girls' club for women, young women. And my first thing was thinking about them, running up to go and help.
Slowly, I started to pack my things and I managed to take all of my stuff out, but I left the wardrobe in the 3-piece cupboard. And so, at where I took my stuff to, the fire caught there. I can only manage to get my sport bag and the handbag.
Until past 8, when I go back home, but the fire was still there. I come to my home, then I start to pick my things. Then I go back to Donzeyake.
And then it was Saturday morning, still, the fire was still carrying on and going to the other parts of Donzeyake. We were there helping, we were sweating, we were crying, everybody was just devastated. People were trying to move their things out and it was just difficult.
I left everything until now, but even my ID, I left. I don't have everything now.
So we lost our house like that and we lost everything.
We haven't seen anything from the government working. We haven't seen anything from the officials working. What is working is people like Umam Mdota sacrificing their own time, their own money, their own cars to make sure these people like Nadia, people like Nandi doesn't put herself first. She's a victim. But when clothes come and food comes, she says, no, I can't get until these people have gotten. We actually haven't seen anything from the government. It's from people all over, people who are not community leaders, people who are not from ANC, people who are not from the DA, not the EFF. It's people from here, from Hout Bay up there, from IY. It is not the government that is making a difference right now in this place. It is people like her, people like her just sacrificing. It has nothing to do with the government.
Ukhansila wethu kule ndawo yase Hout Bay akeze ebantwini azobonisana nokuhlala kwethu icommunity ba ithini na zithini imfuno zayo ukhansila wethu akezi uzawubonisana nabahlali kudala kufanele bakokhiwe kule ndawo but ukhansila wethu akezi azobonisana nabahlali ukuba ngoku sifanele ba umbheka phambili sithi nina akezi ukhansila wethu uzobonisana nabahlali ngekuthi unakalanga ngolhlobo xa ebengumuntu ebekhathalele abantu akasikhathalelwanga umkhansila wale ndawo.
There's conflict because people are not communicating with the people. And what the city has come to do here, and the past week, they only came about Wednesday, only to tell the people what their way forward was. What Simbuyi said, the people weren't consulted. It was just a matter of fact of, okay, this is what we're doing, and you guys have just got to agree with what we're doing. We don't care what you think. We have a tent. We're spending millions on this tent, so you need to go to this tent because we're spending too much money on that. That is not ideal. That is not ideal for people to live in.
And the worst part of that, there is no guarantee with this development, there is no guarantee that we'll still get our spaces or sites back. Because from the fire of 2004, 2017, there are still the same victims of 2004. They were told that here's your house number 7402, it's being rebuilt here. Wait there, and the house, you'll get the house. When the house was done, somebody else was given the house.
Kange apha kubekho umuntu onwabileyo. Wonke umuntu ebe sad. Wonke umuntu ebe newari. Into eyenzekileyo nabahlala ezitenini. Kodwa benewari, mna ndihlala ezitenini. Kodwa okokoko emva komlilo andihlali endlini yam. Ndise green container okokuba mandiseve abantu for ukutya. Ndifika endlini ngo-12 ndibuya 12 o'clock bandimka ngo-7. Ngo-12 o'clock ngona ndibuya ndizolala. Like nangoku bandinxibe iphina for ndikuse green container for ukuseva abantu. Into engandonelisiyo abantu abanako ukutya enough. Abanako ukutya. Uyabona ngoku ungaye green container uzafika kucleana kho ukutya. Abantu bayeza bafuna ukutya akukho sibane sisitsho.
We had a meeting with disaster management. They wanted us to help them. So in that meeting, they heard that we had this soup kitchen kind of thing we're doing at Nadia's place, and they wanted to hear what we're doing and they wanted to help. But what we got out of the meeting is they actually wanted to use us because they have one baki, disaster management, they have one baki saving 2 meals a day. One baki. 15,000 people. One baki, 2 times a day. The rest is in those community centers. So how does that make sense? So they wanted us to actually, they cook the food and they bring it to us and we distribute it. With what car? With what funds? With what petrol? Disaster management doesn't have a plan to manage a disaster. And then there's that tent. After the meeting, I go into the tent. It's Friday evening, around 7, 8-ish. I get into the tent and these poor women have their torches on. There's no electricity. And it stinks in there. It smells like a hospital or a clinic. Like it smells really bad. It's bad, the situation down there. It is not, I do not blame the people for saying they are not gonna stay in tents. Just because their houses are bent down doesn't mean that they should settle for anything, even worse, the tent.
We are not happy with the leadership in this community. And I think on their part, they just pretty lazy to do anything. They don't want to take responsibility. Because had they taken responsibility and intervened, we wouldn't be in this position right now. People, this whole situation would have been managed much better. But the thing is, they want to say, oh, these are the people that you have elected, so you need to deal with them. But if they're in a higher position, they can intervene, and they just don't want to do that. Because it's a matter of, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But at whose expense? At the people's expense.
To me now, I say people need warmth. They don't need development. It's not time to develop now. They just find people to, they must leave people to build. People must build. Then they must develop another side. Then after finish that side, then they take people to put that side. Then they start developing. People need house.
Into ibifanele yenziwe kusithi xa kugqiba ukutsha ebefanele ba ukhawulezile wafika kwi community wathi ke ngoku ningakhi ngoba ke ngoku kukhona ndiza udevelop afike ngokukhawuleza khanga yenze lonto uyafeyila kuloo ndawo ufika ngokukhawuleza ngoku abantu bade bokha athenga imaterial ngokwabo engezi usithi ngoku bade bokha abuthe basawugqiba ukwakha abantu wafika usithi athi kubo sanokwakha ndizawudevelop uza sekulate ke nguzawuxelela abantu ba uzawudevelop.
Our heart is in the right place, but we just need someone who has the powers to listen to us, because we've been down there, we've been with the people, and we saw people being devastated, and we've been trying to help them, and we know how it feels to be there, and we know what the people want. We just need someone to channel that for us. But we went there, and we sat there, and we felt like we were of no use then. We kept trying to speak out, but they would stop us. We wouldn't voice out. And we decided to leave. Even the meeting went any further. So I don't know if it's about their egos, but we are not nursing anyone's ego now. Right now, it's about the people.
My dream now is to get people to get houses.
My dream is to build my parents a big house in the Eastern Cape.
Amaphupha kuba imeko ebesikuyo imihle ngaphambili itshintshe.
My dream is to be a social worker.
My dream is to buy my mom a big house.
Iphupha lam lelokokuba siphume exinezelekweni.
My dream is to make Africa great again with other Africans that we no longer depend on government or anybody else in the world.
Everywhere in South Africa, we all have problems. And I want to say, just be the change that you want to see. Don't depend on anyone. Don't depend on the government. Change the mentality on how you think. You are the solution. We are the solution. Wake up and do something. Be the change that you want to see.
Yazi, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.
It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Be like
forward.
a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap.
up.
Hi, my name is Nandipa Breakfast. I live here in Imizamoyetu. We lost our house and our house burned down and we lost everything.
I'm Miriam daughter. I'm here 17 years, stay here.
But it's nice.
My name is Stuart. I live in Masizini, house number 7541, Olomisa Street. I'm a victim of fire.
My name is Yonela Kaka. I live in Imizamoyetu. I'm the co-founder of the Black T-Shirts team, and I'm 24 years old.
My name is Welcome Daughter. I'm 77 years old. I live here in Mandela Park.
I'm Boye Ndude. I lived in IY for 14 years and my house burned down, so I've lost everything.